In this video, we have to talk about the American Eagle stock with an amazing setup on the technical analysis. The stock itself is up around 11% this week, and we sort of have this hype train, this meme train going around with Sweeney, a famous actor and influencer, and I feel like the millennial mind can't really comprehend what is going on. So I want to explain a little bit over that and how we can take a profit, how we can make a potential profit in this sort of hype and meme train. So let's talk about we have to talk a lot about the stock and technical analysis, but before I talk about that, I want to go over why the stock is up 11% for the past week. So we have this famous actress and influencer, and she has a huge grab on pop culture and trends and whatnot. So previously we had this soap which retailed for $8. There was around 5,000 of these soaps, and now they're selling for around $200, some even 1,500. These are the sold listings, so I'm pretty sure they're true. But overall, we have this huge hype around this actress. We had the soap, and it got sold out in seconds. And what we're seeing is this influencer really making profit, making companies make money. And then we have the stock American Eagle, which we have this clothing brand which are partnering up with this influencer. So that is why the stock is up 11%, because of this hype and this whole trend in pop culture. But then if we take a look at the technical analysis, besides the news and the catalyst, the technical analysis itself is screaming bullish, very, very bullish. I want to compare it to stocks like Macy. Macy is also looking very, very bullish, and we have pretty much summer. So we have the holidays coming up with the summer clothing, back to school clothing, back to school clothes, and then we're gonna have Christmas, New Year's, and this pretty much Turkey, Halloween, all of that are going to be very, very good for retail shopping. So the last 6 months of this year, I'm definitely taking a look at retail stocks. So Macy's stock, which I am already in, we played this 2 years ago, I believed. The same setup pretty much over here. But then we have to talk about the American Eagle stock. So I want to talk about this first over here. It's very, very simple. We're taking a look at the monthly time frame. Each one of these candles is 1 month, and what I'm going to say, this is going to be a very volatile place. So I want to do shares only. I want to sleep at night good, but just with shares, we're talking about a 30% gain. This small move is going to be a 30% move, very, very realistic. And our stop loss is going to be around here. But what I want to take a look at here is we have this level of support, which is a 2-decade long level of support. Since 1999, this has been an amazing level of support. And as a investor, we want to find deals in the stock market on good stocks, and then when it hits that cheap deal and that buy zone, we want to buy in. So we want to buy undervalued stocks at this level. So American Eagle is such an amazing option, especially with the technical analysis, and we have this catalyst as well as all the other catalysts of holidays and whatnot. So let's take a look at the RSI. The RSI is a indicator that tells us when a stock is overbought or oversold. We can see that the RSI is looking good, not the best. The ideal entry for the RSI would be at like 30, like right over here, but last time that happened was at the COVID level. So I'm saying it's a solid level right now for the RSI. RSI screaming bullish, technical analysis screaming bullish. We can go to the lower time frame right over here. We can see that this is a very respectable level of support. We do have earnings coming up, but I believe we do have earnings coming up, so be careful with that. If it drops, I'll buy more, but I'm taking a look at the weekly time frame, and we can see that this might be the perfect time for a reversal. As long as if we hold this level of support, the perfect entry for shares would be $9.22. So I do hope that it drops and we hit this level, and then I would for sure buy more, but I want to keep buying in and accumulating shares over here. Now let's talk about our price targets over here. We could see that again, just this small move right over here, it was a solid 40% gain. Okay, solid 40% gain. So I'm really loving this volatility on shares. So I definitely do want to play shares. If we take a look at the daily time frame, we're breaking out of this consolidation period. Let's take a look at a couple of price targets. We have this level of resistance over here. Let's try to find the next level of resistance. We can see that this is a next level of resistance. So these are going to be like our really, really conservative price targets. And we're talking about a solid 30% gain on those conservative price targets, and definitely going to be holding for a month or 2 months or 3 months or even the next 6 months. So this is definitely one of my biggest picks for investments this year. We have American Eagle and we have AMD, which we are already killing it. It's already popping. It's already doing amazing. So this is going to be our entry. I entered in today for American Eagle stock. So this is going to be the daily time frame going on over here. We can take a look back at the weekly. So we could see that we have this downtrend and we're potentially breaking the downtrend breakout and the reversal to the upside. Now I want to take a look at, so let's go back to American Eagle, and I want to give you guys different examples of similar setups. So I talk a lot about Macy over here. Macy looks just like this. I can talk about Disney. Disney has a very, very similar setup. We're also in Disney stock. We bought it right at the level of support. But as a investor, this is going to be my strategy and what I want you to take out of this video, where we're buying cheap deals. Okay, the strategy is that we're buying cheap deals at oversold levels. So we have Disney. We can also talk about other setups like Palantir, Coinbase. This was really a famous pattern that we had a couple of years ago. We could talk about PLTR, this sort of accumulation and trading sideways. This is a little bit different. We can talk about Coinbase, but I think the best one is going to be Macy's and Disney because of how long that they have been trading at these levels. So Macy and American Eagle stock, two very similar in the same sector, retail sector, both at these amazing levels. And then we have holidays coming up, and we have the catalyst for American Eagle stock. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. If it's a good investment, what you guys think. And if you guys are watching any other stock or any stock that you want me to look at, let me know in the comments. If you guys do enjoy content like this, subscribe with notifications on, and see you guys later. Hope you guys are having a great week.